I would like to give a special nail addict shout out to I Love Nails, April Shorty, Stamping Nail Art by Jessica, and Exotica's Empire for being the first 4 ladies to comment on my last video. I thank you so much. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So today I'm using 922 from the card, which is a really light blue. And then I'm using some Moravon Polygel P006, which is a nude shade. And I'm also using P025, which is a really nice glitter shade. So I did all of the prep off camera. It is a peel off. And to start the set, I'm going in with P025, which is the Moravon glitter shade. Really pretty. I love this particular polygel. It was really nice. And working with Moravon polygel, I couldn't remember. I do have quite a few of them, but I don't really use them. But working with the polygel was really nice as well. So I'm using my polygel brush and some slip solution, and I am just patting this onto the free edge of my index nail, making sure that I do map it out to fit my coffin shaped nail. These are my Una Gela nails off Amazon. I will have them linked down below if you're interested, but these are some of my favorite half cover tips that I use. Coffin is my absolute favorite shape. It always works for me. It always looks very nice. So in this video, you'll be able to see the difference between these nails and my first polygel set of nails I did in this series, where it was on a square nail and it just looked, to me, very hideous. These came out absolutely adorable. I love them. So I'm just working it out and making sure it's nice and smooth. And when I get it to my liking, I give that a 30-second cure in my lamp. So this nail is pretty much a 3-way ombre. So I'm going in with 933. In the middle, just a little bit there, and just using the same technique. But for this one, I'm just going to make sure that I blend it down really nicely and then blend it up really nicely as well to create a very nice ombre effect. I feel like this blue is such a perfect winter blue. Like, the set was to die for. I definitely would have rocked these. And of course, gotten so many compliments. This was an absolute perfect winter wonderland set. The blue alone for me definitely screams winter all day, and I just really liked it. So once I got the blue set how I wanted it, I decided to add in a snowflake glitter. So I'm doing a little encapsulation in this video, and I'm using these snowflake glitters here, and I'm going to use the ones with that iridescent shift to it, and I do bend it a little, and then I set it on the wet polygel so that it kind of seeps in and it's easier to cure. So I cure that for 30 seconds after. And for the tip of this nail, I'm going in with that nude shade, and I'm going to use my polygel brush and start around the cuticle and make sure it's nice and fleshed, but also make sure it does not touch my skin. And then I'll blend that into that blue really nicely and cure this for 30 seconds. For the middle finger, I'm going to use the nude shade and do a full nail of it. But I do like to work in sections when I do my polygel, and I use a 2-beat method. So for the first beat, I'm going from where the tip and the natural nail meet to the free edge, squeezing the amount I think that I need there. And then I'm going to use my polygel brush dipped in some slip solution and just pat that over the nail itself first. So I do make sure to cover the entire nail. And then I'll go back in and start to smooth everything out and make sure that it's as smooth as possible. And I'll blend it up just a bit as if I was doing an ombre, and then cure it for 30 seconds. Polygel is my fave just because you do have so much time to work with it. It actually obviously does not cure until you are ready for it. And for me, that makes for such a great product. But I'll let you finish watching me create my middle finger. And then once the first bead is cured, I'm going in with that second bead by the cuticle. And I just squeeze a good enough amount there. And I'm just going to pat around the cuticle and then blend the rest of it into the first already cured bead. And then cure for another 30 seconds. For my ring finger, I'm going in and I'm creating another three-way ombre. But this time I'm starting with that blue 922 from my cart. And I'm just doing a good amount down by the free edge. And then I'll blend that up and start in with my second bead, which will be the glitter shade. And then the third bead, which will be and actually, I'm so sorry, y'all. This is not a three-way ombre. I thought I was going to be doing a three-way ombre. So you'll see here when I'm doing the blue that I do like try to create it as if it's a three-way ombre. And then I start to think, and it's actually just like a slanted nail, basically. So you'll see as the design goes on. But here I am trying to blend it up. And then I start to think about how I want it to do the design. And you'll see me just like scrape off any excess and like, I'm going to scrape the excess and go like in a diagonal motion on the nail and then kind of just fix it to my liking and cure it once I get it set exactly how I want it. So for the middle portion of this nail, I'm using that glitter polygel and I'm going diagonally with it as well and just going to pat that into place and cure for 30 seconds. And then for the last bead, I'm using the nude. I'm just filling in the top portion of that nail and going in, smoothing everything out, and then giving that a 30-second cure as well. So for the pinky, I'm doing another ombre, but I'm doing 922. So the whole nail pretty much is 922. And just a small portion at the top will be with that glitter polygel. And it's the same technique. So I'll let you watch me create the pinky finger. So y'all, once I finished the first bead on the pinky, I forgot I wanted to add a snowflake to my ring finger, but I was supposed to do it with the polygel wet because it does make it easy. But for times where you forget like I did, I just put some base gel over the area where I do want the snowflake to be. And I'm going to take a glitter snowflake and I'm going to like bend it so that it lays correctly in the base gel and then cure that for 30 seconds and it sticks just the same. Although it's a lot better when you're actually applying your glitters into like polygel directly because it's able to kind of seep into it a lot better. And then I jump back over to the pinky to finish it up. And then I'm going to use my Crystal Clear from Nail Couture Clear Polygel to encapsulate. So when you're doing ombres, you do have to encapsulate. So when you go into file shape and buff, you don't file off the ombre. So for my encapsulation, I don't encapsulate my whole nail. I don't feel like it's necessary as long as all of the areas are thick enough. So I just put a nice bead in the center of this nail. And I am going ahead and of course encapsulating that glitter as well so it does not come off, but I make sure the clear goes over where the blue and the glitter polygel meet and where the blue and the nude polygel meet as well. A very nice layer. Make sure it's all nice and smooth, and then I do cure that for 30 seconds, and that is an encapsulated nail. For my ring finger, I put it over the middle of that nail as well to encapsulate the snowflake glitter and also just to even out the area. So there's 3 sections where it was the nude, the glitter, and then the blue. Just trying to even that out as well on that one. And then, of course, with the pinky, right where the ombre is, I also put a bit of clear there as well. Off camera, I file shaped and buffed, and I love coffin polygel nails, y'all. They just work for me. So now I'm going in with a layer of top coat over all of the nails because I do want the background to be glossy, but I also wanted to add in a few other touches where I will be pouring over glitter. And of course, when you do those kinds of designs, you want your background pretty much set how it's supposed to be. So I'm getting the top coat part of my set over with here, and then we'll go in with the rest of the design. So for the index finger, I'm using bold white, and I'm just basically creating a smile line here to make this nail look as if it's a French tip. So I'm using my 11mm nail art brush from a cart and just mapping out my smile line. Once I get it how I like, I leave it wet and I'm gonna pour over some glitters and then cure that for 30 seconds. And then jumping over to my ring finger, I'm going to take bold white, and at the bottom where that blue is, I'm going to make a line there, pretty nice sized line, and do like some icicles basically, and then do the same thing as far as pouring over the glitter while it's wet, and then giving that a 30-second cure for the bottom portion of this design. And then once it's cured, I'm going in at the top, and this was like a really messed up diagonal design, and I really didn't notice, but it really didn't look bad either once it all came together. But I am going in and creating a nice line at the top of that as well. And then I'm going to do like a sideways like sweater nail design and cure that for 30 seconds. I'm not pouring over any glitter or anything at the top. I just wanted it to be a nice like sweater design at the top of the nail. And this is what the nails are looking like so far. Super cute. For the pinky, I'm going to do a half of a snowflake. So I'm just going in with my dining tool and kind of mapping all of it out. And then I will draw it out as we've seen me do so many times before with my nail art brush. And this again is also not going to be like anything poured over with glitter. It's basically just a really cute half snowflake, and then I'll cure it for 30 seconds in my lamp. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And thank you so much for taking your time to watch my video today. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and if you've been subscribed, I love you oh so much. And now we're going to go ahead and get into a little bling. I'm using my Squeeze It Gummy Jelly from Couture, and I'm going around the cuticle on my index, and I'm just going to place a nice simple placement there with like a diamond and such. Really, really cute, but I'll let you watch me apply some bling to the nails. So the middle finger is going to be a full-on bling nail, and it was some bigger, chunkier bling that I wanted to use, and I could not locate it. Y'all, I have so much stuff, and I just need to organize it a bit better because it's I don't know, it's not bad, but it could be better, so that I'm able to find things a little better. So I just went with what I had, and it came out really cute. I did like the placement a lot. So for this one, I'll fill it up with bling, and then I'm also going to do like a few on the ring and the pinky as well. For my thumb, I decided to do that off camera. It was basically the same as the pinky, so I did the blue and the glitter ombre on that one, but I didn't show anything with it in the set because I felt like the video was super long. I ended up speeding up a lot of the video too, which helped a lot, but I felt like it was really, really long. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you watch the rest of the video with me placing the bling. Everything else that needed to be top coated over, I did that off camera. I also applied cuticle oil off camera, and the next time you hear me, I'll be back with the final look. And here is the final look. Oh my goodness, y'all. I love them. Again, for me, the blue hands down was Winter Wonderland. I love the glitters. And the nude from Moravon was actually very nice with my skin tone. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this set. And if you've made it this far into the video, I definitely would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to be the very best you that you can be. And much love to all.